Once you've created each clock, you need to set a few formatting rules. Clock rules are very simple in Music One. Clock rules are set on two screens, repetitions and transitions. In this video, we look at the repetition rules. The software normally doesn't require a lot of formatting rules because of the interactive nature of the Music One operating system. The basic idea is to set rules for the things you don't want to happen. Most of the boxes you see here on this screen will be left empty. The hour and run boxes let you set the maximum number of songs of a particular type which will be allowed in the hour or in a row. Let's take a look at the slow tempo, for example. The hour rule sets the maximum number of slow songs that will be allowed to play in this hour. If I set it for 5, that does not mean that Music One will try to select and play 5 songs. It means that it will not play 6 slow songs in the hour. The run rule sets the maximum number of slow songs which can play in a run or in a row, back to back. If I enter the number 2 in the run box, then 2 slow songs can be scheduled back to back. That does not mean Music One will try to do that, only that it will not schedule a third slow song in a run. You can set hour and run maximums for tempo, gender, and for any of the sound codes that you might create. Now, here's a tip about tempos. Chances are, if you don't want more than 5 slow songs to play in an hour, then you probably would not want to have 5 slow songs and a number of medium slow songs in the hour. So you can tell Music One to consider slow and medium slow as the same. We do this by putting a check mark in this box. Now, with number 5 entered into both slow and medium slow tempo hour boxes, Music One will allow a maximum of 5 slow and or medium slow tempo songs in the hour. Likewise, we can tell it to group fast and medium fast tempo songs together in the same manner. The maximum hour box allows you to set an upper limit on the amount of content that can be scheduled in an hour. It's quite common for radio programmers to schedule a little more than 60 minutes in an hour, to have 1 extra song scheduled in the event that the commercial load is light, and there will be an extra song available for padding. This box sets the maximum amount of total content time. If we set it for 65 minutes, then Music One will allow an hour and 5 minutes worth of content to be scheduled without it being flagged as a rule violation. If your category rotations are well planned, then the same song previous day rule will seldom be necessary. What this does is to assure that a song will not schedule within a certain time window 2 days in a row. So if I set the rule at 1 hour, then any song that's scheduled, say, at 6:15 on Monday will not be allowed to schedule on Tuesday between 5:15 and 7:15 or 1 hour either side of where it was scheduled on the previous day. The maximum amount of time you can set is 4 hours, but it's best to set it low. I never set this rule higher than 1 hour myself because, again, Music One is very reliable in its scheduling. And if you examine the average turnover window for each of your categories, and you see that song rotation patterns aren't going to have songs repeating anywhere near the same time on 2 successive days, then this rule would be unnecessary. 2 run limits as a violation is an optional rule. Here's how it works. Let's say I set my rule to allow a run of 2 slow songs. So 2 slow songs in a row is okay with me. And I set a run of 2 duets. 2 duets in a row is okay. So now Music One will allow a slow female song to schedule after a slow duet song, but it will not allow a slow duet to be scheduled next to another slow duet because that would hit a maximum of 2 run rules. 2 duets and 2 slow songs in a row.